Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we can discuss about project management in Odoo 15. Project management is a process of coordinating and managing work assigned to a team. The main focus of the module is to attain the goals of the company. So using the project management helps you to manage, analyze and verify every project of the company. Now let's have a look how the module functions and help in managing the project. So by opening the project, here you can view different project of the company displayed here. And here we can see the name of the project, the customer's name, and here we can view the number of tasks, remaining hours, and here we can view the scheduled activity. And here we can see the status of the project. So here the green color represent that the project is on track, and here it is in the yellow color, that means the project is at risk, and here the blue represent that the project is on hold. And if you want to start a conversation, you can just click on here. So apart from this, we have more options. So by clicking on the three dots, we can see that it is possible to view the task, timesheet, sales order, planning and the project updates. By clicking on it, we can view the task of the project. Here we can see the timesheet of the project. Likewise, we can click on the sales order, planning. So here we can see the plannings of the project, and here we have the project updates. So it is a new feature in Odoo 15. It is to evaluate the new project status. So now let's create a new project update. For that, here we can provide the title of the update. Let it be weekly review. And in the status field, we have on track, at risk, off track and on hold options. So here we can choose any options, and here we can provide the progress. And here we can see the author, that is the person recording the update, and here we can set the date that the updation is made. So when we comes to the description tab, can enter a brief summary based on the project and how it is going under the sprint summary menu. So by looking at the sprint summary, the stakeholders will get a clear view of the progress of the project and can easily evaluate the report. So here we can provide the description or the summary. So under the activities, here we can see two menus, sold and profitability. So when it comes to the sold menu, it gives the details about the services and the elements related to it. So by checking this, we can view the services and how many are sold. And here we can see the effective hours or the time spent on it. Here we can see the count of planned hours and the remaining work in hours and unit. So when it comes to the profitability, it details about the forecasted profitability on the basis of the budget and the amount spent. So the amount spent on project is mentioned here in the percentage. So with this, the cost of the project is calculated along with the margin cost and the revenue. Now we can save this. So here we can see the project update. Likewise, we can create more project updates. And here in the right side of the window, we can see the sales order, number of tasks, recorded hours, hours forecast, burn down chart, timesheet and planning. And here you can see the billable time, budget of the project, gross margin, and here you can see the number of collaborators. And the profitability forecast we have discussed before can be seen here, like sold, total sold and the profitability. And here we have the milestones. So it will helps to understand the phase of the task assigned. And here we have the option to add the milestone. So just click on here. So here we can provide the name for the new milestone. Let it be first page, and here we can set the deadline, and here we can enable the reached. So the reached can be enabled once you achieve the milestone. So now we can save this. So here we have the options to create multiple milestones under each project. And here we have the reporting features like task analysis, burn down chart, customer ratings, timesheet, and planning analysis. So by clicking on it, you can also view the reporting aspect of the project. So here you can see the burn down chart. Here we have the options to give color code to the project. So by choosing a color, you can see the project is highlighted now. And here we have the option to share the project. So here in the access mode, we have two options like read only and edit. So by choosing the edit, you can enter or invite people from here, and here we can provide the note and share this. By choosing the read only option, you can see the link of the project, and here we can choose the recipients. And here we can provide a note and share this. And here we have the option to edit the project. So by clicking on it, you can edit it. And here we have the option to create a new project. So before creating the project, we can go to the configuration settings. So here in the configuration settings, we have task management, time management, and the analytics. So when it comes to the task management, we can see the collaborative pad. So by enabling this, we can edit the task description collaboratively in real time. So it is to see each other's distinct text in a distinct color. And here we have the recurring task. It is to auto generate tasks for regular activities. And here we have the project stages. It is to track the progress of your project. So here we have the option to configure the stages. So here we can see the list of project stages like to do, in progress, and done. So likewise, we can create a new project stage. And here we have the options to for the newly created stage. So if you want to fold it, you can just enable here. And now we can save this. And here we have the option to enable the subtask. It is to split your task to organize your work into sub milestones. And here we have the task dependencies. It is to determine the order in which to perform task. So here in the time management, here we have the planning and timesheet. So by enabling the planning, you can plan resource allocation across project and task, and to estimate the deadline more accurately. By enabling the timesheet, can track the time spent on each project and task. So when it comes to the analytics, can see the profitability. It is to track the cost and the revenues linked to the project, and here we can see the customer ratings. So it is to track the customer satisfaction on task. Here we can see the option to set a rating email template on stages. So by clicking on it, I can see the list of task stages and the project, And here we have the options to fold it in the Kanban and can see the stage on. So now let's create a new task stage. For that, here we can provide the name. Here we can set the email template and the rating email template. So by clicking on it, the drop down menu can see more options, and here we have the option to fold it in the Kanban, and here we can see the stage description and the tooltips. So at each stage the employees can block task or mark them as ready for the next step. So here we can customize the labels for each stage. So here you can see the in progress, blocked and the ready stage. And here we can provide the description to help your co-workers understand that meaning and the purpose of the stage. Now we can save this. So like this we can create more task stages. So goes back to the settings. Now we can save the changes before leaving the page. So after saving we can goes to the project. So from here we can edit the project. So we can click on here. Here we can see the name of the project and the name of the task. Here we can see the customer's name, the project manager's name, and here we have the option to set the plan date. And here we can see the company's name, and here in the tags field we can choose the tag. And here in the description field we can provide the description for the project. So when we comes to the settings, here we can view the internal settings of the project. So here you can see the analytic account and the visibility of the project related to the project. So here in the analytic account field we can choose the options from the drop down menu, and here in the visibility we have three options. One is invited employees. So by choosing that, the employees can see the followed project, can only see the followed project and the task. And by choosing the all employees, the employees may see all project and the task. And finally we have the invited portal users and all employees option. So by choosing that, the employees can see everything. That means the project and the task followed by them or by someone of their company. So here we have more options like timesheet, products on task, planning. So by enabling the timesheet we can log time on task, and by enabling the product on task we can track the material used to complete the task. So by choosing the planning we can plan the resources on the project task. Here we have the pairs collaborators, and here we have the recurring task, and here you can see the billable, and here we have the option to enable the worksheet. So by enabling the worksheet we can set the worksheet template from the options like default worksheet and device installation and maintenance. Here we have the option to enable the customer ratings. It is to get the customer feedback. So here we can choose rating when changing stage and periodic rating. And here we can set a rating email template on the stages. So here we can see the rating. And here we have the subtask. It is to split the task to organize the work into sub milestones, and we have the task dependencies. So here in the invoicing tab we can enter the employee's name and the sale order item, and here we can see the unit price is auto allocated, and here we can set the cost. And here you can share the project document by opting the share read only and the share editable option. And here we can see the sales order, number of tasks, milestones, recorded hours, forecast hours, burn down chart, timesheet and planning. And by clicking the more option, we can see the billable times, number of contract, budget, gross margin and the number of collaborators. And here we can see the status of the project. And it is possible to create a new project from here by clicking the create icon. Now let's move on to the project stages. So here we can see the project stages like to do, in progress, done and cancel. So if you want to create a new stage, just click on the create icon and can provide the details. Now let's move on to the tags. So with the help of the tags, we can find the related task easily. So if you want to create a new task, just enter the new tag here in the row, and here we can choose any color to represent the tags. Now let's move on to the activity tag. So with the activity tag, you can allow the user to initiate group planning and teamwork aspect of the project for its effective completion. So here you can see the list of activity types, default summary, planned in and the typo. So by choosing the create icon, we can enter the name for new activity. And here we can set the action as none, upload document, phone call, meeting, reminder, record signature and tax report. And here we can choose the default user, and also we can choose the default summary for the activity type. Here in the next activity section, we can set the chaining type as suggest next activity and trigger next activity. So by choosing the next activity, you can uh, suggest the mode or the activity type. And here we can provide the email templates, and here we can schedule according to the days, and also we can provide the default note. Now we can save this. Now let's come back to the project. So now let's create a new project. For that, just click on the icon. So here we can provide the project name. And here we have the by billable. So we can enable the billable to invoice your time and material from the task. And here we can enable the timesheet on the project. And here we can enable the planning task on the project, and here also we can enable the worksheet to customize the worksheet on the task. So now we can click on the create icon. So after that, we enters into a new window. So from here we can add stages for a project. So here we can create a new stage. So likewise we can add more stages, and here we have the option see examples. So here you can see some Kanban examples like software development, digital marketing, consulting, research project, and also we can see the stages related to that. So from here we can choose any uh, stages, and we can set using you can set it by clicking the use this for my project option. So you can see the newly created stage, and it is possible to delete the stages from here. Now let's create a new task for the project. So here we can enter the task title. We can create a demo task, and here we can set the user and can add this. So here we can see the newly created task, and we can set this as important. And if you want to schedule the activity, we can schedule the activity by this. And here we can set the status of the task. And if you want to start a conversation with the user, you can just click on that. And here it is possible to drag the or change the stage by dragging the task. So here we have the option to set cover image for the task. So there is no available image to be set as cover, so we can upload and set it. So, and here we have the option to share the task. So here we can provide the recipient's name and provide a note. And if you want to edit the task, so from here we can make an edit on the task. So here you can see the task name and the default project name and the user assigned. So here we can set the customer. So after choosing the customer, you can see the sales order item is auto allocated. So here we can set the plan date, and also we can set the deadline. Here we can provide the tags, and here we can enable or disable the recurrent. So when we comes to the description tab, we can see the editing options available. So it is due to the enabling of collaborative tab. So here we can provide a description. So we can use the font bold, italic, underline and strike through. And here we have the ordered list, unordered list. Here we have the intent and the outend option, and can see the undo and redo. And here we have the clear authorship colors and the switch pad option. And here we can see the import or export option available. So we can choose file from here to export. Here we can see the time slider. And here we have the settings. So here we can set the view as chat always on screen, show chat and users, authorship colors, line numbers, read content from right to the left. And here we can select the font type and the language. And here we have the sharing option. And here we can see the username. So we can change the colors from here, choosing this. So let's move on to the timesheet tab. Here we can set the initially planned hours. So we can set the number of hours we spend on a project or a task. So by choosing the add a line option, we can set the date, employee's name, that means the user who is preparing the project or task. And here we can provide the description. And here we can set the hours spent on it. So it is also possible to track the time using the start timer option. So we can save this. So here we can see the time tracked, and here we can provide the description. So here we can see the hours spent, remaining hours, and the remaining hours on the SO. And here we can see the progress. Likewise, we can also enter the details of in the subtask. So here we can provide the title, assignee's name, that means the username here, and can set the deadline, the stage as new project, resource allocation, in a progress or done. And in the blocked by tab, we can define that as blocked by choosing the array line. We can select the option from here. And here we can see the sales order tab and the 0 hours forecast. That means the hour forecast tab. So while choosing the sales order, we can see the sales order created before. And while choosing the hour forecast, here we can view the shift. So it is a period allocated to the resources for specific role. So now we can see that the task is in the new project stage. Likewise, we can change the stages by clicking on here. So we can make the complete this stage as done. So we can see this task is done now. And here we can view the window according to the Kanban view, list view, calendar view, pivot view, graph view, gun view, and in the activity view, and also in the map view. So here we can use the customizable features like filters, group by, and the favorite. Now let's move on to the My Task tab. So here we can see the task created before. So they are in the inbox stage. So here we can see the stages like today, this week, this month, and later. And it is possible to fold. So to create a new task, just click on the create icon, and here we can provide the task title, project assignees, and the details like customer, plan date, deadline, tax, and also can provide the description. So now let's move on to the reporting menu, and here we can see the task analysis, timesheet and planning analysis, and customer ratings. So we can go to the task analysis. So in this window, we can see the graphical representation of every project based on their status. So here we have various measures like days to deadline, effective hours, plan hours, progress, and so on. So while choosing the option, we can see the task analysis. And here we have the bar chart, line chart, pie chart, and can also sort it according to the descending and ascending way. So here we have the filtering options and the group by options. So we can choose project stage assignees available here, and can also view the window in the graph view and pivot view. Now let's move on to the timesheet and planning analysis. So here we can see the planned hours, effective hours, and the remaining hours, and can use the measures here. And here also we can use the customizable features like filters and group by options. So you can also view the window according to the graph view. Now let's comes to the customer ratings. So here in the customer ratings, we can see the task, project, assigned person, customer name, and here we can see the ratings and the submitted date. So we have been discussing about the project management in Odoo 50. So that's all about the video. Thank you for watching.